Okay, so the Michael Jackson biopic named Michael comes out this Friday, April 24th, and we just now got the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's not looking good. And I'm going to be completely honest, I am not surprised. And if you know the behind the scenes details on the film, this really should not come as a surprise overall. Now, I want to preface this, right? Regularly, or in any other case, I would not pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes scores. I completely disregard them in 99% of cases. But in this one case, I just think this score is pretty baffling, but also pretty layered, and I think worthy of a discussion about why it might look like this, and just kind of a wider discussion on how the film's going to do as a whole, right? Because Michael Jackson is one of, if this is one, probably one of the most well-known people of all time, right? I mean, obviously he's Michael fucking Jackson, right? Uh, but just this 33%, why did this happen? Okay, well, I actually think it actually makes a lot of sense. And when I saw the rating, I saw a bunch of people like, "Oh, how did this happen?" or whatever. Okay, the whole third act of the film had to be completely reworked. Okay, because basically the whole third act of the film, that whole section of the movie was going to be devoted to the court case that occurred. That's when the estate stepped in and basically said, by the way, this is after they actually had it made. That they had to throw all of this away. They basically went to them, the estate went to them and said, okay, you can't use any of this because in our contract, there's a clause that says that the court case and that whole situation cannot be dramatized, therefore cannot be put within the film. So they had to cut all of that out. I think it was like $15 million worth of reshoots, completely overhaul all of that and completely rework it and cut out a lot of stuff. So after that, I was already kind of expecting like, okay, this probably won't be very good. It's probably gonna be very watered down, probably be very safe, you know. Like I even saw a review saying this doesn't surprise me either, right? That it feels very like heavily and carefully curated. I mean, yeah, this film was made with the estate looking over their shoulder. I mean, and you would expect this film to be very carefully curated as, you know, the estate was heavily involved. I mean, Jafar Jackson is literally playing Michael within the film. So it doesn't come as a big surprise to me specifically. And now I want to talk about the audience score and what that's probably going to look like. Well, honestly, it's probably going to be somewhere in the 90s, right? Because I feel like a lot of people generally aren't going to be looking for any substance actually within the film. They're just going to be looking for, okay, they're playing this song that I love. It's an amazing song. During the concert sequence, I can bob my head, I can have fun, I can vibe with it, and that's all they're looking for, right? But the other people, right, the group of people that are looking at the film, not just for those big, like, music video song moments on the big screen with a really nice sound, the people that are looking for actual substance and story within the film and about Michael and his life are going to be left disappointed. And now I have not seen the film yet. I do plan on watching it so I can form my own opinion. But just going off of reviews we do have, going off of just this percentage, what people have been saying, that's just my general opinions going into it. I'm going in with very low expectations as I do with every music biopic because I mean, right, I feel like you can't expect much with music biopics now, right? They follow a very distinct sort of arc and they all feel very much the same, hit the same beats, right? But this Michael Jackson biopic is in a very different position than all of those just because of the way it was made, who Michael Jackson is as a figure, and how they were going to portray that on the big screen. So, again, I just want to say, I don't usually pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes scores. Ever. I completely disregard them in 99% of cases. But I think here was worthy of discussion. And, yeah, also, just want to say, people were saying, oh, you can't trust the critics or whatever. I just want to say that a lot of the time, critics and audiences actually do come together more than a lot of people may think. Okay, I'm just saying. And also, this has like about the same Rotten Tomatoes rating as Scream 7, which has like a 31%. So who knows? I might end up enjoying it. I'm a pretty big Michael Jackson fan. I just, a lot of people going into the film aren't going to know about that behind the scenes stuff and how it was heavily reworked. But the people that do know about that, like me, are going to go into the film from a certain like viewpoint, right, of how the film is probably going to turn out. And I just think that's worth mentioning. And yeah, so that's just my personal opinion. I really hope I did not sound snobbish. As I was sort of talking about like the substance of the film, right? I felt I felt a little bit snobbish saying that, but I hope I didn't actually come off that way. I don't mean it snobbish at all. I mean, if you enjoy the film, great. I'm just saying the contents of the film itself and what people are going to be looking for within those contents of the 2 hour and 7 minute runtime, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video or any of my other content, please consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.